this might be a little opportunity for you to take a couple of deep breaths and connect closer to your heart space as well. Closing down the mouth and the eyes, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and then rolling them down towards the base of the spine, towards the earth. Feel the heart space lift and open. Feel the face soften. Take a full breath in through the nose. Feel the belly inflate. Open the mouth. Exhale deeply. Yeah, let out a little sigh. Full breath in. And allow the breath to simply move out. Noticing an instant lightness and softness within your own sense of being. Becoming hyper aware of the sounds and sensations around you. An opportunity to reflect and remember what a gift this present moment truly is. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes with a renewed sense of wonder, intrigue, presence, calmness, and clarity. We're now ready to move forward with the rest of our days. Something as simple as that, a couple of deep breaths is all it takes to come back into the here and now. And it's so easy to forget that. I hope you feel a little bit clearer, a little bit more calm and receptive. And now we'll get on with the rest of the video. Thanks for being here, by the way. So, good morning. I'm officially awake now. As you can tell, I'm getting over a cold, the sniffles. And Bear's still not awake. He probably won't be awake for a while. It's now 7:15, so I meditated for like 35 minutes and then got on my phone. So I've been on my phone for 10 minutes and that feels like a lot already. So I'm gonna get off my phone. And yeah, I might go grab a coffee and come back, and I always reheat the coffee and add in stevia because I like my coffee really hot. So I might go do that. You guys can come with me if you want. And then I'm reading a book as well, which I want to share with you. So the book is called 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. And a lot of people have recommended it to me. To be honest, the language is too political for me to be able to understand properly. I've never had an interest in politics, and a lot of people could argue that that's really naive of me and like I should just learn. But I don't want to learn about it. Like I don't know, politics to me is negative. Like it feels icky and yucky, and it's not an energy that I enjoy being in. So throughout my entire life, I've always avoided conversations that include politics, because I feel like it's like talking about religion. Like, unless two people have the exact same views, there's going to be controversy, and therefore what feels to me like icky negativity, like you're wrong, I'm right kind of thing. I don't like that. Or I can't ever just have conversations openly. So I'm not very far in. I'm only this far in. You can see the dog tag. But I find it really hard to read for that reason. Okay, so before I go and get the coffee, one thing that I was recently told is that for your, God, I can't even remember what system. I want to say nervous system. You should eat before and like have fats before having coffee, because otherwise it just like makes your adrenals go crazy. So I'm having some vegan feta, olive oil, a tiny bit of chili, herbs, and there's some pepitas in there, like pumpkin seeds. Don't ask me why I'm doing this. It was like leftovers from last night. Not bad. Okay, so I thought I just filmed it, but I didn't. Apparently it wasn't. So this is apple cider vinegar, and I have a shot of it with a little bit of hot water. I only got this yesterday, but apple cider vinegar shots is something that I used to do, and it's really good for alkalizing your system. So we're back on it. And then Body Bloom. So this is Sarah's Day collaboration with Tropica. It's so good. It's like pink when you put it in the cup. I'll show you. It's really cool. It's a good source of pre and probiotics, promotes comfortable digestion, and promotes glowing, healthy, smooth skin. We like it. And then I'm also adding in some drops of the Wanderlust turmeric, which is really, it's an anti-inflammatory. See what I mean? It's such a pretty color. And now I'm gonna go and get some coffee. Thank you. What have you been listening to?
My new book.
Your new book? Are you excited about it?
Super excited about it.
You have 3 books?
I have 3 books.
What are
Número 1. Oh, I already told you, The Mind Illuminated.
they? Mm-hmm.
Número 2.
Number 2.
Reality Plus by David J. Chalmers. Número 3.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline is Destiny by Rami.
Discipline is Destiny?
Yeah.
I feel like you wrote that book.
I wish. I like follow him on Instagram, and I felt like he was writing it and he was like posting it on stuff. And then I like
It was so cute.
I pre-ordered it and it literally came out yesterday.
Woohoo! Finish this one, this being my other book. And this is what I mean by I read with a pen. Anyone else do that? Underline everything. Ta-da! I'm a list person. I'm getting somewhere. Today I'm filming a vlog. Reminded to film a vlog. Checked it off. Okay, so I obviously haven't got to my workout yet. I received a comment that kind of made me go into one of those hyper defensive, instinctual defensive kind of modes, and then like processing why I felt the need to respond in that way, exploring other reasons for the comment, other perspectives from literally just like a curiosity stance, like wanting to understand human psychology better. Human psychology is fascinating to me. So I wrote a bunch of things on stories, like a really long one and then another longish shorty one, and I kind of just want to explain it to you because that was like I've spent the last hour doing this, which is longer than I would have liked to. I have a meeting in an hour and a quarter, and so I still really want to get outside for the next at least like 40 minutes and move my body. probably in the sunshine. We have Yuli here, and Harry's going to come. So Yuli is the housekeeper, the villa manager, and she comes every like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and cleans. So today's Wednesday, I think. Oh my god, I don't even know. And Harry comes the same days and is the pool maintenance man. So they will be here, and I find it really awkward to record in front of people. So I've locked myself in the room, and I haven't locked myself, but you know, I probably sound a little bit quieter, and that's the reason why no one's asleep anymore. So someone on one of my last videos on Instagram commented, "Are you okay? Your posts have been very different lately." And it has like 20 or 30 likes or whatever already. It's only been up there for like an hour. And I sat with it for a while. And I responded originally and just said, "I'm great. Actually, just sharing a different side of me, a lot more uninhibited, and sharing less of what I think I'm supposed to share, aka what other people want me to be or do, and more of whatever the fuck I want to share. I'm definitely lost with what I'm supposed to be doing in life right now, and feel quite disconnected and confused about my future, but trying to enjoy the process regardless," which is what you see here. And I know what they mean. I know where they're coming from. My content has definitely been different. And so I sat with it and I was like, hang on, there's more to it than just that. So I then decided to share it on stories and write a little rant, as you do. So I've been receiving a lot of these comments lately, both on posts and in my DMs, a lot of them in my DMs. And part of me feels the instant desire to defend myself and recognize the fact that humans are supposed to shift and change, and to say that and I feel the need to say that I'm just honoring that natural evolution within myself. But another part of me knows I've been behaving and interacting with life differently for a couple of reasons. One, and I feel the most important one, or the most potent one, is that I do just feel so lost and unsure of my future. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be doing with my time, and I don't feel that the way I've been living is in alignment with my potential and or my purpose. And that is like the true essence of me in a nutshell right now. I just feel so lost, misguided, uncertain, therefore insecure and unstable, and like questioning everything. Because unless like that foundation, that safety and that security is there, which it's not, everything else just kind of feels out of alignment. Like, even think of it in terms of like the chakras, right? Like that's your root chakra, that like feeling stable, feeling safe, feeling secure. That's kind of just been pulled out, and I've pulled it out. Like, I'm playing the victim in my own life, but it doesn't make it any harder to know which direction I'm meant to be choosing. I'll keep reading. I feel like I can and should be doing something big, but I don't know what that is. And I'm terrified of investing my time and energy in the wrong thing and therefore failing, because I'm hyper fearful of failure, which leaves me both playing the victim in my life and stuck with a sense of purpose paralysis, which is what I call it. Just like, it's such a privileged problem to have, but to have too many options in this world and not know which one I'm meant to be doing. Where am I meant to be investing my time and energy? I feel like if I have a focused direction to like invest my time and my energy in, then life would be so much easier. But yeah, I've definitely been feeling depression again, if I'm honest. I didn't think I'd be sharing that in this video. Due to that, like, I feel so lost, and I have everyone I know telling me their opinion on what I should be doing or what they would do if they were in my position. And by position, I mean I have built a large community, and with that comes a lot of expectations from other people of both like the money that I could or should be making in their opinion. I'm not living up to any of that at all. Yes, I'm very privileged to live this traveling lifestyle, but I'll speak to that further as well. But it doesn't pay me it's a lot of work to do that, even like the organizational side, because a lot of places will have you for like 1 or 2 nights, and then you're expected to provide a lot of content in exchange for that, especially with COVID and stuff like that. It used to just be like share organically, and now it's like we need like 5 posts, blah blah blah, 20 stories, all that kind of jazz. And that's like, again, a stupid problem to have. Like, it feels stupid of me to have that as an issue and a stressor when I'm like, look at the state of the world. Like that seems so insignificant and just dumb in contrast. But I'll keep reading. So and number 2 is adapting to being around my partner 24/7 is still a learning opportunity for me. I get shy, I really do, creating in front of people, not in front of a camera. Inanimate objects are fine for me, but in front of anyone. So like my family, it's like the more I know them, the more awkward it is. So I still find it awkward in front of strangers and things like that. But I'm more likely to walk down the street with a camera, even though it would make me awkward, than to film in front of family or my partner. And like, again, that sounds so stupid, but that's just how it's always been for me. Solitude feels like an integral part of creativity and clarity for me. And I feel very sensitive to other people's energy at all times. So I'm hyper aware of where they are, what they're doing, and when they're around, and whether or not they're watching me, which, like I just said, it makes me feel weird. So I find myself drawn to creating differently and in sporadic bursts. So let's say like when Bear's on work calls and things like that, I don't find myself creating or feeling creatively inspired when I'm around them, because I try to be so present with them, and I like don't use my phone and things like that. Whereas when I'm alone 24/7, like I was prior to being in this relationship and prior to traveling and things like that, yeah, like I spent so much more time on my phone, and not in a healthy way, but that fueled creativity. Like I felt really creatively inspired in that space, almost like to the point of like, I was like, I have too many things that I want to do in the social realm when I don't know how to do them all. Like I don't have time for them all. 3, oh wait, not done yet. I love being around my partner so much, like don't get me wrong. That is just one part of being in a relationship that I'm still adapting to, as I'm used to being alone all of the time. Like next level introvert. I lived alone in a house. I was always alone, and I loved it. Like I secretly thrive in that way. And I completely love being around my partner. Like we live together, we both work from wherever we are, so we're always together. And I love that. It's just, it's required me to adapt. Let's just say that. But I love discovering those parts of myself that I didn't know existed. Like the ways that I can adapt and who I am when I'm around him, I love. Number 3, not 1, 3. I feel so guilty for saying this, as I know it's a privilege, what a privilege it is to be able to travel so much, but I'm craving stability and structure in this phase of my life. I miss being in one place and really settling and unfolding there. I don't travel like I used to. I've been in Bali for almost 6 weeks now, and I literally have almost never left our villa. Like I think I've left to go to the ATM a couple of times and to go out for food a handful of times. And other than that, I genuinely, literally do not leave this villa. Like it's sad. So I have cabin fever, even though it's self-inflicted. Like I could go out and go on adventures, but I just haven't wanted to, and I just haven't. Like I just don't. Part of that is that I have this limiting belief that I'm supposed to suffer if I'm to be worthy of living the lifestyle that I do. Which I think is a really common limiting belief, that if we sit with it, I assume I could be projecting that a lot of people also have. Like if I'm not suffering, I'm not earning this lifestyle that I live, or I'm not earning, like we associate suffering with abundance, as in like we should be suffering, and if we're not suffering, then we don't have abundance and we're not worthy of abundance. Or that's again, that could be me projecting, but yeah, that's a limiting belief for me. So I give myself all this unnecessary stress and become really overwhelmed by it. And another part feels like it's biological. I'm just at an age where where slowing down feels so much better, but I don't know how to do that because of that go-go mentality that I was taught. Again, if you're not suffering, you're not earning anything. I feel like all I do is work, but because I'm not sure what I'm meant to be working on, I spread myself really thin and feel scattered and drained because of it. So rather than, like I was saying, like focused attention in one direction, I'm just like a little bit of attention in like 1,000 directions, and it gets me nowhere and provides a lot of stress. And then I feel guilty because I know how lucky I am and how little and insignificant my problems are in comparison to pretty much everything else in the world. That one's self-explanatory. And then I try to rationalize that by remembering that suffering is suffering and you can't compare one to the other. But that feels like total bullshit in my case. And so the vicious cycle of guilt and shame continues. And then another part of what was there was like someone saying, did you break up with your boyfriend? Like, is that why you're acting weird? And it feels really strange to me that people's first thoughts when someone acts differently than what they think that they should be acting is that they must have broken up with their partner. No, I'm still very much in love with my partner. As much of a stanky little soul he is, I love him to bits. And I feel insanely supported by my partner. I really do. Like, I've never been in a relationship like this where it feels so right and so good, and I just feel so supported, loved, nurtured, even when I'm going through this shit. Like, yeah, no part of him wavers at all, which is the most beautiful feeling. And to be able to speak my deepest fears and inadequacies and to just be held within those is the most remarkable feeling ever. I received a lot of people stating that they disliked when I shared posts with my partner because, again, I wasn't behaving the way that they thought I should be behaving, and that those posts weren't why they followed me. Therefore, me sharing it was wrong. That's what I heard, my experience of people's feedback. And not everyone's feedback, like heaps of people saying that they loved it, like share more of this content kind of thing. But some people were like, this isn't why I followed you, unfollowing kind of thing. And it normally would be irrelevant to me, but because I'm questioning everything in life, everything kind of feels like it sticks. And that being one of them. So I mean, I could say like, fuck that, I'm gonna post whatever I want, and I will, still within reason. But I'd be lying if I said that those comments didn't hurt, as it is part of my life that I am and was excited to share. I love love, and I love people that share love, and seeing those posts of other people's are the ones that I really love, like true authentic connection, not like the contrived Instagram posts. And you know, that's probably what mine came across as, like, I don't know. But more than that, why is it always people's first thought that they must have broken up with their partner or been broken up with? Like, why is it so inconceivable that someone can just be going through their own shit completely unrelated to their partner and their relationship? Why do we project that onto other people, almost as if we want them to have been broken up with, because then they would be as broken as we feel. Almost, it would create drama in someone else's life, my life, if that were the case, that we can then focus on and pretend to care about so that we forget about our own life and struggles for a while. Is that what it is? Or is it more innocent than that, and we just want to be able to relate to that person on an emotional level, and heartbreak being a universal experience, we almost feel attracted to it on a subconscious level, as it gives us a false sense of connection and relatability to that person. Maybe it's none of the above, maybe it's all of the above, I don't know. But I thought I'd share that, and I'm glad I got to share it here too. So that's kind of what I've been going through in my own life. Yeah, I'm now aware that this is going to be a super long vlog. I might just make it a morning routine vlog, so I'll go work out, I'll share a little bit of that, and then get to work and probably not share much of the rest of the day. Maybe I will. I wanted to share the mastermind thing that Bear and I did. We did a 2-day mastermind over the weekend, and it was phenomenal. Like, it was perfect, and we put our phones away for the full 2 days, and just like, I want to share with you the notebook, but a lot of it's like personal and private. But just, yeah, like going through our limiting beliefs, our ikigai, subconscious thought patterns and stuff like that, and like writing them all down, and then like having a look back at like things that we're good at, things that we want to do, things that we can be paid for. So it was his offering to me, a gift to me, to help me get a little bit of clarity around this massive insecurity that I'm feeling within my life right now. And I'm like, I get all throaty when I talk about it. Hi, Harry. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I may or may not, this might just be a morning routine, I don't know. We'll figure that out, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna go move my body. All right, and then I got a call at 11. Okay, well, I'm skipped. Can't speak now. I've skipped, and now I'm a sweaty mess. Now time for abs and booty and some yoga before my call at 11, which is in like 37 minutes. I normally go to YouTube and just find like any random ab, like 10 to 15 minute ab, and then I would say like 10 to only like 15 to 20 minute booty, and then do my own yoga. But I don't actually use what I watch, I just use the timers that are on there, and then I like make up my own exercises. So you'll see me doing that. The sweat. Look at that sweat. Knee sweat. That's what we're talking about. Hello!
How are you?
I'm good, how are you? Okay, call done, workout done. I have some more work to do after that call, which is good. I love being held accountable because otherwise things just don't get done. That's just ADHD brains, let's be honest. Gonna go make a smoothie. I'll show you guys what we typically have been having here in Bali in our smoothies, which is different than like when I'm at home and we have access to like chia seeds and hemp seeds and, you know, all the good shiz. Here it's kind of limited, but we make do. Smoothie time. We've been using Tropika, obsessed with Tropika. Superfoods Greens plus D. That's the back if you want to have a look. Okay, you're done? Thanks. Secondly is the lean protein. Just the vanilla flavor is so good. We also have the cookie dough flavor, which is the fit protein. Oh no, there's a wasp inside. That way, buddy. Oh, he looks so lost. The last time I helped, I got stung though. Frozen fruit with the cashew milk from barley water. Homemade and 100% pure, so it's literally just cashews, raw cashews, and filtered water. So these are like $4.50 each for like, I think there's a 500 grams, so there's not much in them. And we go through a full one, and like I will use the full 1.5 in a smoothie today because I'm making one for Bear and I. So yeah, we like to add in protein and milk. Peanut butter is always a must. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Really simple. Normally at home we also add in like chia seeds, hemp seeds, mixed berries rather than this, although this kind of tastes really yummy. And then as long as you add in enough peanut butter, it tastes really good. But normally I add in like crap loads of hemp seeds, and that helps make it like really yummy and creamy. And oh, I miss hemp seeds. I can't wait to get back home to hemp seeds. Protein, more protein. Green. And last but certainly not least, peanut butter. It's leaking. Even though it's leaking, that's okay. So we've been enjoying our smoothies in wine glasses because it makes us feel fancy as fuck. Stop leaking. So one for Bear and one and a bit for me. So I know it might seem excessive. Oh my god. But I always have to wash the jug before I can enjoy a smoothie. Okay. Round 2. Big love in San Diego. And they're like alien looking at it. I'm also like really hungry right now. And I don't know how Bear isn't. I guess he had a half a burrito with the 2 smoothies earlier, so maybe that's why. So I don't know whether to order food or to just eat the cheese in the fridge. Probably gonna eat the cheese in the fridge. Cheese, I mean vegan cheese. Vegan cheese all the way, baby. This is Vegan Munster by O Cheeses That's Good. So we got it from Alive Whole Foods in Chengdu. And some crackers, plain multi-seed, healthy crackers. It's actually pretty good. Like a burger. A few of those and should be set. I'm not mad about this. I just wish I had some avocado. Avocado on these. Ooh. Ooh. So I thought it'd be fun to go and get an avocado. Got some lemons yesterday. Produce in Bali is, in my experience, gnarly. Like fruits, tropical fruits are good, but like these lemons are like, I love lemons for their like sourness, but this was like, bleh. And the avocado, massive letdown. Look at this. You can't scoop, I'm trying really hard. It's like rock solid. And tastes like butt. So that's a bit disappointing. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna wait for Bear to eat, but I wanted to show you this food first. So this is the powerhouse bowl. This is like a balsamic dressing and chopped raw cashews. And then this is a pesto, not that you can really see it, but like pumpkin slice, gluten-free spinach bread, all the goodness. Oh my God, I love these bowls. Tempeh, broccoli, all that jazz. This is Bear's favorite sandwich. It's all vegan. And on the inside is like vegan mozzarella and smashed pumpkin and spinach and tomato. And then these are our favorite. These are their Snickers slices and they are so good and gooey. Oh my God. But I like them a little bit rougher, harder. So I'm gonna put them in the freezer. And then when Bear finishes his call, we'll enjoy this. I've been trialing the Pomodoro method, which is when you set an alarm for 20 minutes and then you try to get as much as you can done on one specific focused task for that time. And then when the timer goes off, you give yourself intentional time off away from work, whether it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, of like stretching, walking around, getting a glass of water, peeing, that kind of thing. So
I'm set an alarm for 20 minutes and get into some emails and DMs, and I got to post and share on YouTube.
Okay, so Beck came down, we had lunch, getting back into the Pomodoro now-ish, and lunch was epic. All that is left. Some random bits of stylish bread. And like I said earlier, these are our favorite desserts ever. I'm getting better about my she says that she thinks to herself, just one more bite. Famous last words. Got my sugar cravings, which is new. Normally I suck at controlling myself when it comes to sweets because I just got such a sweet tooth. But the last 2 days have been better. Alright, I'm Pomodoroing again, and then when Bear gets off his call, we'll probably start watching Dragons, then order dinner, and then sleep. Okay. Okay, well it's like 7:30 or something like that. Bear is still on a call. He's a very hard worker. I am thinking that I might order myself some soup or curry for dinner, because I only kind of ate lunch really late and it was a really big lunch. But I'm also the kind of person that's like pretty much always hungry, so I could eat again. Why not? Bear didn't even finish half his sandwich. I definitely eat more than he does. And then I'll get some more work done until he comes downstairs, and then we'll watch Dragons, and then it's bedtime. Yay! Okay, I'm already tired though. I'm a grandma. Like I'm in bed at 9 p.m. and that's something that I've had to adapt to. Being in a relationship, especially with someone who's like awake times are different than mine. So like Bear likes to go to bed. He feels most productive and creative at like between 9 and 11 p.m. I would say. And so he normally comes into bed at like 11ish, 11:30, sometimes even a little bit later. And I crawl into bed at like 9 pretty much every night, exhausted, and then I wake up like 2 hours earlier than him. So it's cool to be able to do that. I really enjoy it. So here in Bali, we've pretty much just been using Gojek every day, and some of my favorites are Saya Vegan. Closed! No, that's what I wanted. Give, Cafe Vita's epic. Tiger Sushi for the vegan ones. Omar Jamu is amazing. And yeah, these first ones. So like Secret Spot does really good soup. Bali Buddha is where we get our milks from. Pals. This just kind of gives you like everything that you've looked at. That sucks that it's closed. I guess I'll go to Secret Spot then and get their soup.
I can't remember how I found out, but my mom or my dad didn't tell me. Someone else told me.
Dragon time! That's where I did the retreat, in the dome. Okay, play it. Dragons. Lions and tigers and bears are mine. Dragon, dragon, dragon. Dragon and time for bed. That's been my entire day. Teaching Bear.
Good morning. So it is the next day. Sky Bear and I have decided to go to the beach. I'm getting out of the house for once, which is like crazy. It's crazy for me. I had a good sleep, had a weird dream, but anyway, we're about to go to the beach. I wanted to share with you something else that seems relevant. So Bear and I are hosting, I don't even know whether that's the right word, facilitating a yoga and breathwork retreat here in Bali, October 12th until 15th. So this is just a call out to anyone. We know it's last minute, but I also know that if, I'm the kind of person that books things last minute if they resonate. So I just wanted to put the offer out there, give you the invitation that if this does feel like it resonates with you, then we are still open. We still have a couple of openings, and you're more than welcome to join us. So yeah, October 12th till 15th is the 4-day retreat, and it includes everything from accommodation, transfers from the airport to the accommodation space, as well as all of your plant-based vegan meals cooked and prepared for you daily by the most incredible chef ever. Like he's phenomenal. He specializes in plant-based foods and just, yeah, like he's a master at his art, truly. I'll be doing daily yoga classes. We'll also be doing some workouts together, optional, like everything's optional, but if you wanted to join for those as well, just to like get our sweat on and feel good in our bodies. Bear's going to take us through a whole bunch of different like group exercises, emotional release work, as well as trauma-informed breath work, and a 3-hour session that involves a whole bunch of education around that as well. So yes, Satya circles, everything's inclusive. We're with you 24/7 pretty much. I mean, we don't sleep, we don't cuddle up next to you and we're like, hello, I'm watching you sleep. But I mean, we would if you wanted us to. We are completely at your disposal for that retreat, for the time of the retreat. This is the first time that we've done this. We're also opening up the retreat for a single day on October 13th. So this is for anyone who's already based in Bali, already has accommodation, or can't quite afford the full amount for the full experience, but still wants to get a taste of what retreats are like with Sky Bear and I. So October 13th, it's $333, and that's in US, and that's from like 7 a.m. until 9 or 10 p.m. So like a full day packed. That includes all of your meals and all the activities that we do throughout that day, which is the big day of breath work as well. A regular, just to kind of put it into perspective, a regular class, like private session with Sky Bear for the breath work for 3 hours is $350 US. So it's cheaper than that, as well as everything else included, and like $120 worth of food. So score. But yeah, if you can, we would really love to have you there for the full experience, just to go really in depth and truly give yourself time to like unfold and shed all the extra layers that are no longer necessary, as well as time to integrate and to learn tools and ways that you can implement those tools into your life going forward, like when you leave the retreat. So yeah, the retreats with Bear and I aren't just like, oh, let's do some yoga and breathe together and like a little bit of meditation and eat meals. They're powerful catalysts for radical transformations and expansion within your life. So it's up to you what you get out of them ultimately, but yeah, that is the invitation or the offering from Bear and I. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that with you. If you want to join, I'll put the link in the description. And other than that, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and this time I mean it. I'm dedicating myself this time to doing more YouTube videos. So prepare for me to be a little bit more active in this space and just sharing life and the vulnerability side of life as well. So like anything and everything that I'm going through, I'm kind of tired of the influencer bullshit, to be honest. So yeah, might go a little bit against the grain of what I'm usually up to, just in a more relatable way, I suppose you could say. Okay, I love you. Thanks for being here.